friends, welcome to the next topic. In this video, we will be discussing the characteristics of sewage. This is the second part of Unit 1. The characteristics of sewage determines the quality of wastewater or the sewage. Characteristics of sewage is categorized into three types. First is physical characteristics, chemical characteristics and biological characteristics. In this particular video, we will be only discussing the physical characteristics of sewage. Before going to the sampling, why the sampling is required? That is the question. To know the characteristics of the sewage, or we can say the quality of the sewage, and to determine its physical, chemical and biological characteristics or the quality, it is very important to obtain and to collect the samples from the appropriate location, as it determines the treatment process and the disposal method. So, let us talk about the wastewater sampling. The sampling is the process of collecting the portion of wastewater sample and measurement of the characteristics to determine its quality. It must be collected in such a manner that nothing is added or lost in the portion collected before laboratory examination. These results are compared against the wastewater quality standards in the regulation and guidelines to determine its use or the treatment required to make the wastewater suitable for its intended use. These standards are defined by the legislation and guidelines that govern the acceptable level of component in wastewater that can use a health or aesthetic problem. So, it is very important to know the characteristics of the sewage so that we will get the idea about the quality of wastewater, and by that we can determine we can suggest the treatment process, and we can compare all the characteristics with the standards so that we can dispose the wastewater which will not cause any health or aesthetic problem. There are different methods of sampling. First is grab sampling. If you see, the picture shows that one person or the laboratory person is collecting the sample. Now the grab sample consists of a portion of wastewater all taken at one time. So whatever sample you are taking at once, it is called as a grab sample. Grab sample are not a representative of the average wastewater, since they reflect only the condition at that time of the sampling. If the environmental changes occurs spatially or temporarily, then single grab sample is not representative and more samples need to be collected. So what it tells, that the grab sample is collected at once. So if suppose there is a changes in the wastewater quality throughout the day, and if you are collecting the sample at 12 pm or 12 am, definitely during entire day there may be changes in the wastewater quality, and the sample that you are collecting at 12 pm will not be called as a representative samples. The second type is composite sampling. Composite sampling involves the taking the number of samples called subsample over a period of time. These are then combined to reflect the overall condition of the source of the wastewater. Composite sample indicates the character of the wastewater over a period of time. So in this type of sampling, in one day or in 24 hours, at a interval or the samples are collected, so that we are getting the all samples or different quality of samples at a time, and then it is mixed. So it will give an idea about the entire characteristic or complete picture of the wastewater sample or the quality of the sample or the wastewater. So the composite sampling is always desirable and it is suggested. If you see this picture, it clearly shows us that how the graph sampling and the composite sampling differs. Here if you see in the graph sampling, only there are different layers and we are taking only one sample. So it cannot be a representative sample because it doesn't show the picture or the describes the picture of entire mass or the quantity. Here on the contrary, in the composite sampling, if you say, the number of samples are taken along the stretch, so that we are getting the entire idea about the waste samples or that particular property of that particular material, and because of that thing the graph sampling are not suggested, and the composite samples are always termed as a good sampling practice, and it is suggested. The characteristics of sewage. The characteristics of sewage can be classified under the following three heads: physical characteristics, chemical characteristics, and biological characteristics. Let us talk about the physical characteristics. Physical characteristics means odor, temperature, color, turbidity, and total solid. The characteristics of wastewater, which gives the idea about the physical properties of the wastewater, is called as a physical characteristics. So let us discuss each and every point in detail. First of all, the color. The fresh domestic sewage is grey. Color of septic sewage is more or less black or dark black due to putrefaction. Industrial wastewater processes color depending on the type of industry. So usually the fresh domestic sewage is is having grey color. When the sewage becomes septic, the color become more black or dark black due to the putrefaction. Whereas in case of industrial wastewater processes possesses the color depending on the type of industry. Suppose the dairy industry is there, tannery industry is there, paint or fertilizer industry is there. Depending upon the type of processes involved in that particular industry, the color of the wastewater changes. Then odor. The fresh sewage has a musty odor. So whatever odor that you are getting from the fresh sewage is called as a musty odor. The odor of a fresh sewage is not offensive, or practically it can be considered odorless. But as it start to get stale, it begins to give offensive odor. So after 2 or 3 hours of the collection of the sample, if you preserve that sample for 2-3 hours, after that all the oxygen present in the wastewater get exhausted and it starts emitting offensive odor by hydrogen sulfide gas, which is formed due to the anaerobic decomposition of the sewage. So after 2 to 4 hours, the sewage starting organic matter present in the wastewater start decomposing, and it leads to the offensive odor as it liberates the hydrogen sulfide gas. Next characteristics is temperature. The temperature of the wastewater is higher than the water supply due to the addition of warm water from houses and industries. It is very obvious that water supply, if you have observed, the water supply or water that we are getting from the water supply system, it doesn't have that temperature or the higher temperature, it is having the normal ambient temperature. But if suppose the wastewater is there, or it is coming from the domestic, either from the domestic or the industrial, definitely the temperature rises because of the various processes involved or occurred on the water. Average temperature of wastewater in India is 20 degrees centigrade. Next characteristic is total solid. Wastewater normally contains 99% of water and only 0.1% of total solid that may be composed in any form of the four. First is suspended solid, dissolved solid, colloidal solid, and satiable solid. Now what is meant by suspended solid and dissolved solid and all? The suspended solids are those solids which remains floating in the sewage. if you have observed the sample of the sewage or the wastewater, some material is remains in the floating condition or remains in the suspension. So all these matter is called as a suspended solids. Dissolved solids are those which remain dissolved in the sewage just as a salt in the water. So it is not visible by the naked eyes. Dissolved solids are remain in the dissolved state in the sewage. So it is not visible. Then colloidal solid are colloidal solids are finely divided solids remaining either in the solution or in the suspension. So again, if suppose you are finding or you are observing the cloudiness in the wastewater, then those are due to the colloidal solids. So because of it is having very fine nature, it is divided and it remains in suspension, and because of that it imparts the colloidal property to the or colloidal appearance to the wastewater. Then satiable solids, that are solids which settles out if the sewage is allowed to remain undisturbed for a period of 2 hours. There are certain solids which are having the specific gravity greater than water. So definitely because of the gravity it starts settling at the bottom of the collection container. So all those solids are called as a satiable solid because they get readily settles if that sample kept undisturbed for 2 hours. So that solids are called as a satiable solids. Then the turbidity. Turbidity is it is a optical characteristic or property, we can say, which is in general term describes the clarity or the haziness of the water. It is caused by the presence of very fine suspended particles, typically not filtered by the routine methods. So if you see the below picture, here the first one, the low turbidity, the water is clear. In the middle container or the middle glass show a somewhat turbidity, and if you go on this right side, the water in the glass show the high turbidity. So you can visibly see and observe the difference between all the observe the water in all the glasses. Here it is in low turbidity and here it is high turbidity. So that is why it is called as a optical characteristics. If the water is clear, definitely it is having low turbidity. If water is not visible or the fine suspended particles can be observed in the water or the samples, then we can see that the water is having high turbidity. Thank you. In this video, we have discussed about the different methods of the sampling. Then we have discussed about the physical characteristics of the sewage. Thank you. Thank you for watching.